book. Today we are on chapter 3.4, part 6. Men are simple, so they strive to obtain what they desire: money, cars, and lovers. This is precisely what genes intend. How happy would you be if you won 100 million yen in the lottery? So that's about $1 million. Even if you receive several million yen as a prize, it is known that you won't experience a significant increase in happiness, and within a few months, your happiness levels will return to normal. You can't buy happiness with money. In the United States, between the 1970s and 1990s, average income tripled, but average satisfaction levels remained unchanged. Even with increased salaries, happiness did not increase. When salaries rise or you acquire a big house or a luxury car, you may feel delighted for a while, but you'll quickly get used to it and your satisfaction will return to its previous level. Why doesn't joy last? As mentioned earlier, pleasure is like a tool, candy, for sperm and egg cells and the genes within them to make us run until we die. Therefore, it's natural for it not to last. Sperm's desire is to spread as much as possible. To achieve this, man must build a harem with immense power or become economically successful, constantly putting in 2 or 3 times the effort of their rivals. It would be a problem if they became satisfied along the way. Men are simple, so they believe that with money, a car, or a lover, they can be happy if they achieve their current goal. This is precisely what genes intend. Even if you finally reach your goal with great effort, the momentary excitement quickly fades away and you return to your boring daily life. As Arthur Schopenhauer put it, everyone strives throughout their life for their imagined happiness, but it is rare for anyone to attain it. And even if they did, they end up with disillusionment. They are then lured by a new candy, thinking, I'll be so happy if I get this. And the next battle begins. Since it tricks humans into pursuing until death, pleasure continues to be sought after. So it's no wonder that, as Plato put it, pleasure is the greatest liar among all things. Because we are dissatisfied until we die, we seek pleasure again and again. That's why our bodies are designed to strive until death. 5. There are unchanging commonalities in what men's brains find attractive in beautiful, quote-unquote, beautiful women, regardless of the era or country, the science of beauty. Next, let's explore the trap of beauty. Even the once sacred concept of beauty has been dissected by science. It seems that both men and women find greater appeal in individuals with greater symmetry, meaning that their left and right sides are balanced. When there are genetic defects, illnesses, or parasitic invasions, the balance between the left and right sides of the body can be disrupted. Symmetry serves as a sign of good health and resistance to illness, making partnering with such individuals more likely to produce healthy offspring, and this is why the brain perceives them as beautiful. Many men prefer women with a slim waist. During puberty, women's hips widen and they accumulate fat around the hips, making their hips larger. As a result, the waist-to-hip ratio decreases to between 0.67 and 0.8. This ratio usually ranges from 0.8 to 0.95 in children and postmenopausal women, so having a slender waist is closely related to a woman being young and capable of pregnancy. According to studies on conception, women with a waist ratio of 0.7 are said to be the most fertile, and this number aligns with the figure that men find most attractive. For instance, Audrey Hepburn had measurements of 80, 56, 79, resulting in a waist-to-hip ratio of 0.7. This ratio matches the ratio of voluptuous Marilyn Monroe, 91 to 61 to 86, who was considered Audrey Hepburn's opposite. The actual sizes don't matter. When you compare past Miss America winners, you'll find that they varied greatly in terms of height. Yet, one feature that has remained virtually unchanged over several decades is the ratio being close to 0.7. What is considered beautiful varies by culture and era, but this ratio is nearly universal across all cultures, even in the Venus figurines created thousands of years ago during the Paleolithic era. A man's body is designed to be enhanced by young and beautiful women. In reality, women who are favorable for sperm are perceived as beautiful by men. However, to a man in love, she appears as the embodiment of truth, more precious than peace and freedom. Plato cautioned that we are under a spell of the body and pleasure, and that we mistakenly believe that only things related to eating, drinking, touching, or stimulating our desires are the truth. Philosophy reveals that sight through the eyes is full of deception, as are the other senses. The truth can only be seen through intellect. Let's unravel the magic of the body and seek the truth with intellect. Okay, very good. So up to here for today. I think the more we read from this book, the more we begin to see the message of how our blind passions, which make up our body, so constantly dictating how we behave at any moment. And it feels like the truth to us. Like when you're very hungry, if you skip 2 meals, you have a busy day, like no time for breakfast, no time for lunch. At nighttime, we turn to a hungry ghost. We will be so hungry for that dinner. It feels so real. It is real, but then we feel like this is the truth. That's why we become a slave to our desires. I think the caution is right here. And this is how we can practice mindfulness to the nth level. To what degree are we actually able to catch ourselves and see how these blind passions are governing every aspect of life? If we have that awareness, we can rise above it and empower ourselves with choices instead of feeling like, how so many people say, oh, I didn't have a choice. We begin to see that it's all our own mind that is pulling us here or there. So we take more responsibility for the seeds we are planting at any moment, and we can be liberated from suffering, thinking that, oh, they did this to me. Because of him or her, I have to suffer right now. Buddha says that's not true. My own causes produce my own effects. So this awareness, the awareness comes from here, fully confronting the workings of our mind and fully taking responsibility for the seeds we are planting all the time. So good job everyone for being here. And today's Wednesday. We're going to have Karma Lab at 5 p.m. And then Anoop is going to host the advanced group session at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you, Anoop. And good job, everyone. Have a beautiful hump day. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Anoop. Bye, guys.